Hello, everyone. Um, Good afternoon to people in Germany, and good evening to people in India. So, I hope you guys are able to hear me. Well, started coming live already, yeah. And let's give 30 seconds for everyone to join in, and we will cover some interesting stuff today, and it's going to be the last of preposition topics for us. And once we learn these topics, we will be able to answer a question, that is to describe a picture, okay, which is a very important portion in A2. So once you are able to understand these prepositions, you will be able to describe a picture properly. And that's the intention behind all this, whatever we are learning. Not just the intention, but there are several other things which will be, helping you if you learn these prepositions. Yeah. All right. Mm, Let me see. Meanwhile, you can post in the chat whatever you didn't understand in the last class, and then we will, cover those things as well here. All right. Let me. All right. So without wasting time, now let's get started. So this topic, what we are going to cover today, is called dual preposition, right? Or Wechsel preposition. Yeah. Let me first share my screen here, and then we will get going. All right. I hope you are already able to see. So whatever you are able to see here in the screen, all right, these are the prepositions that we will cover in this class. So before we have covered accusative preposition, dative preposition, but these whatever you are able to see, they keep changing their form. Sometimes they are in accusative, sometimes they are in dative. So that's why this becomes a challenging stuff to understand sometimes for people who are new and are at A1 to A2 level of German. So they find it sometimes tricky to understand whether it will be dative or it will be accusative. As the name suggests, let me scroll down and then let's get going. Yeah. All right. So whatever you see here, okay, these are prepositions. So dual preposition. So sometimes they will be in accusative, sometimes they will be in dative. So here we will understand when they are in dative, when they are in accusative, and then we will form sentences using all this. So these are so important that every sentence that you will use, you will come across these, prepositions. All right. So let us first start with this table. Okay, this table we have seen several times. Okay, so this table will be again very important for today's class, so you can take a screenshot of this and keep it handy in your mobile somewhere. If you don't remember these tables till now, then you can take a photo so that while making sentence you will not struggle. All right, let me repeat it for now. So in nominative, this is masculine, this is feminine, neutral, and plural. So this is in der, die, das, die. Okay, in nominative, masculine is this, and feminine, neutral, and plural. And this what changes in accusative? Only masculine changes. There becomes den, but die remains die, das remains das, and die is die. But in dative, everything changes. So there becomes them, die becomes there, das becomes them, and die becomes den in plural. Okay, with and at the end of all the nouns that we will cover. I hope this table is clear. So whatever you see the ending, same thing happens here also. Okay. So now you see ein, einer, ein, and plural nothing, right? So here ein becomes einen, and this will be same as we saw already. Okay. And but in dative, what happens? You see here also em is there, here also em, right? So it becomes einem, einer, here er is there, here also er, right? So einer, and this becomes einem, and this is same that we have already seen. So this table is very handy and very important to take note. All right. So now let us come to the topic for today. All right. So now let me give you one sentence for to understand. So this in, right, when you are inside some house, you are going inside, then you say into. Okay, but you are here inside the room, then you say in. So this in is used when you are talking about a boundary, closed boundary. Okay, closed boundary, remember this, boundary. Okay, this is very very important, closed boundary. And this is from all side closed. Okay, all side in the sense cubicle structure, for example. Okay, so you are inside this, it is closed, right? So in these cases, you will see that we are using this preposition. But now it changes very often. Sometimes it is, dative, sometimes accusative. That we are going to learn now. So when I, for example, when I say I go into the school, into the school. Okay, let us take this example. I go into the school. So this is a closed building, a school. You are getting inside the school. There's a motion. Suppose you were here, you get inside this. This concept is very important. So once you understand, then it will be a very easy thing to do, right? So this person was here, but he went inside the building, right? So he's changing the place, right? So the question is, where he is going, where is he going? What is the question? Where to? Where to? In German I'm talking about. In English you don't write where to, but in German we say to which place is he going, right? So he's changing the place, right? He is changing the place. So in German we have already learned how to form the question. We say wohin fährt er? This is the question. Wohin. This is where to. Where to? Where he's going to? We can say, we can also say where is he going to, right? We will say where is he going to. So this is a movement. This is a motion, right? That's why we are using where. So wherever you see a motion and movement, okay, wherever you see movement, we use accusative. What we use? Accusative. Suppose now I am inside this building, okay, I am inside this building and I am inside the room. I will say I am in the room. So I'm already in the room, right? There's no movement. Even if I'm jumping inside the room or moving inside the room, I'm not getting into the room. I'm not getting into the room. I'm inside the room, right? So this is very, very important concept. So I will say I am inside the room or I am in the room. But you have to understand there's no motion outside, right? So in this case, you will use dative, right? So where this in is dative. So whatever article is there here, this becomes dative. This will be in dative case. Okay, this is what we have to see here. All right, so here this is location. This is location. How you will form the question? You will say where am I? Where am I? So he's not asking where is he going or where he is inside and all that. He's asking about the location. He's asking about the location. So in this case, wherever you are talking about location, it is always dative. Okay, this you have to take in account. Now after you have understood these two concepts, that when there is a movement from somewhere to somewhere, then it is accusative. Whenever there is like location, the question is where, not where to, then it is dative. Now, so what is the preposition here? The, right? So what is the preposition here? The, right? Sorry, this is the article. What is the, sorry, this is the article. What is the preposition? In, right? So this will change. Preposition in, right? So this will change based on this one. Based on this one. So I am going in the park. Park is what? Their park. Their park in nominative. This is their park. So can someone tell me, suppose he was here, right? And he went inside the park, right? So he's going in accusative. What will be the case of this article? Accusative. That's why we are naming this preposition as accusative preposition. So now if we have to form the sentence, let me rub this to make life easier for you. Some of you would have already understood what will be the answer, but let me explain this and then we will go fast for other examples. All right, so now if you have already understood I go in the park, so now this was the park, right? Their park in nominative. So this is in accusative because there's a change of place. So there will become what? Then. I hope this is very clear. So this in for this one. So you will say the article, whatever follows after this preposition, the will be in. I will form the sentence as is gehe, I go in, and this their park will become den park. What this will become? Is gehe in den park. In den park. It will not be in them park. In some people may say is gehe in them. Put anything in the chat. So now let us take another example and then we will move to another preposition. All right. Yeah. So if I say works, he works in a bakery. He works in a bakery, right? And bakery is what? The bakerai. The bakerai. I hope this is very, very clear to everyone. Bakerai, right? The bakerai. So, Aina bakerai. Aina bakerai. Yeah. So, normal. I'm talking about normal nominative case. But now the thing is, he is working in a bakery. So, inside the bakery only he is working. So, what should be the case for this? It's a location. It's not a movement. So, because it is a location, it is not a movement. So, this will be dative. And we have seen that how Aina changes. Let us go up and see here in the table. So Aina becomes Einer. Aina becomes Einer in dative, right? And Ein becomes Einem. So now let us come back. Okay. So now let us come back and make the sentence. So how to make the sentence? He walks. We will say er arbeitet. Arbeiten. This is arbeiten. Remove this. Put this one, right? Er arbeitet. Now in, we will say in, we are talking about, some people will say by and all that, but we are talking about a building in that sense. We will use here in. So this Aina will become Einer. In Einer Bäckerei. Or if we say in the bakery, then it will become in there. D will become there. Die Bäckerei will change to der Bäckerei. I hope it is very clear to everyone. Is anyone who has doubt so far? Guys, are you clear with the concept so far? Because this is the base of everything that we have learned. And now we will be very, very fast. Because if you understand this much, then it becomes very, very quick going forward. So now, if there is no problem, then let us move to auf, next preposition. And we will take two example and then we will keep moving because we have to cover 9 and we have only 40 minutes left now, right? So now this is auf. Auf is used in the sense of on, okay? When you have a horizontal surface, and then you are standing, suppose, then you say, I'm standing on the floor, okay? So in that sense it is used. In which sense it is used? On the sense, on, right? If I'm saying I'm on the floor, standing, I'm standing on the floor, then auf, yeah, auf. And now let us take two things. Whenever there's a movement, two things we have to check. Movement, 1 second, movement or location. This is what will help you to find out whether it is dative or accusative. When there is a movement, it is accusative. When it is a location, it is dative. Very clear. And stay, this standing, the verb is stehen. Yeah, stehen. And this is das Glas. Let us make a sentence. Das Glas. The thing is stehen. Remove this, put T, right? So I will say das Glas steht. Where it is staying? Auf, on. The table. And the table is what? In nominative? Der Tisch. In nominative, der Tisch. So what is the case for in this case? It is nominative, accusative or dative. It is clear here that it is a location, so it will be dative. So what happens to masculine gender in dative? There becomes what? Them. You already have taken a note. So I'm not going up. Auf dem Tisch. So das Glas. Das Glas steht auf dem Tisch. The glass is standing on the table. Anyone has any doubt so far? Let me see if someone has pinged anything. Guys, if you feel something is not clear, please feel free to ask me in the chat and I will be more than happy to explain you again. Now let us take another example. Okay. I'm saying the cat sleeps on the sofa. This is das sofa, yeah, in nominative. But in this case, where is the location of the cat? The cat is, this is sofa and the cat is, sleeping here. Okay, is not moving. So there's no place movement. It is just location of the cat. So whenever location, this becomes dative. So this article will be in dative. So das sofa, you have to change to dative case. Okay, rest will be same. And das will become what? Them. Right? So now let us make the sentence. Die Katze and sleep, schlafen. Remove this, put te, and here this will change to a umlaut. Die Katze slept, and on the table, auf dem Sofa. I hope this one is very, very clear. This because of auf, this das changed to them. And that's why it is called Wechselpräposition. Sometimes it is in Akkusativ, sometimes in Dativ. But because it is location, that's why it changed to Dativ. Now, if I give another example, the cat, I will say the cat jumps onto the sofa. Whenever you say there's a jump, there is always onto. It's a movement, right? This sofa, it is going to this place, onto. Jump to, on to, right? In English, sometimes you say on. If you say the cat jumps on the sofa, then this is sofa, the cat is jumping on the same place, there's no movement, then there's no movement, right? It is movement, but it is at the same location, right? So the article will change. So I'm saying onto means the cat was sleeping somewhere here and it jumped to this sofa. So there's a movement directly. So what happens in movement? What will be the case for the sofa? Accusative, right? It is very clear. So the sofa, which is in nominative, will remain das sofa only in accusative, right? We know that already. So how to make the sentence? I will say the Katze, and then jump is to springen. Okay, springen, small springen auf das Sofa. Okay, it is das only. It didn't change to dem because there's a movement from somewhere to somewhere, right? I hope this part is clear to everyone. Is there anyone who has doubt in this part? Because if you understand this, if I give you another example, if I say the cat is jumping on the sofa, I'm not telling onto the sofa. This is sofa and the cat is here. The cat keeps jumping on the same sofa. There's no movement of the change in the location, a space. It is in the same boundary, right? So in that case, you will use this auf. But here, the sofa will change to date because it is same location. You're talking about a sofa only. He's not coming from somewhere on the floor. This was the floor and is not coming from floor to sofa. It is on the same sofa. So this is location. And this will be, thus sofa will change to dative and thus becomes them. Right? We have seen that already on the top. Let me go up again a bit to show you. Here, yeah. You see what happens to thus. This thus changes to them in dative, and this is neutral, right? Let me go up a bit. This is neutral, right? I hope this is clear to you guys, this concept. Okay, let me come here. So I will say see, same verb is there, but still you have to understand the concept, what is happening. Okay, I hope this will make your life easy. But when I'm saying the cat, let me explain this once again. The cat jumps on to the table. The table is what? There it is in nominative, right? So what is this the here? Accusative, or let me come here down. This is table, this is table, okay? This is table, and the cat is here, and the cat jumps over here, okay, onto the table. So is there a movement? Of course there's a movement, because the cat was not on the table. The cat was not on the table. The cat was on the floor. So now this is a movement. So this is accusative. Accusative. This the will change according to accusative rule. Let us see. Now the katsa, let me tell properly, the katsa springt, springt auf, and this der in accusative, der, tis will become what? Dentis, right? Dentis. Only what changes in accusative? Only masculine changes to den. Remaining everything will be same. So this is auf den tis. Will it be auf dem tis? If you change to auf dem tis, then means what does it mean? You know, that means that cat was already on the table and it's jumping on the table. You know, so that is the difference it will make in the sentence. Okay, so if I'm saying the cat is on the table, on the table, so we know this is no movement, this is on the same place. Is the cat is maybe sleeping or is just looking at someone. Okay, so this on auf is for the location, so this will be dative. Let us make the sentence. Die Katze ist auf, and this the table, there is, will change to dative. So there becomes them. Already you have taken the screenshot, I believe, for the table. So the sentence becomes auf dem Tisch. Okay, let me show again the table to some people who have not taken the screenshot. Please take the screenshot. See, there changes to them, and masculine and neutral will be same here. Okay. All right. I hope this one is very, very clear. Now let us go a bit faster because we have understood the concept. And if there is anyone who has doubt in this concept, please feel free to put in the chat. And I'm going to next one. And I'm telling you with surety that there are many people who are making mistakes with this, even if they have crossed B1. Forget about A2. Okay, people keep making mistakes because they don't understand the difference between where and where to. Where to says the movement, where is location, right? All right, I see there's no question in the chat. All right, so now let us take another preposition, which is again very, very important, and many people have problem with an. So this is used for different cases. Okay, sometimes it is used for at, okay, and sometimes it is used for direction. So to, okay, at and to. This is two cases where you will use and there are many other things that we are not bothered in this class. We are bothered about these two cases. Now let us take the example, okay, and this is always used in case of vertical. Suppose the picture is there, this is wall, okay, the want, okay, the want, and the picture is hanging over here, okay. So in this case, this is a vertical thing. You are hanging the picture, or the picture is already hanging on the wall, right? So this is vertical, wall is vertical, and the picture then you are putting, then use on, okay, on. This is not a horizontal thing like floor. In floor we are using off, okay. We will see here example. Okay, if I say the picture, let us take example, the picture hangs on the floor, on the wall. Okay, if this is the sentence, see here at the wall, if you say the, it will not look on, also you can say on the wall, but here the meaning is completely different. Don't use auf and all here. Okay, always use on because it's a vertical thing, right? So here, is there any movement? Because the picture is already hanging on the wall, so you didn't bring the picture from somewhere to somewhere. It was on the same wand, right? So this is which case? Is it location or it is movement? That is first question that should come in your head. It is always a position or location. So what should be the case for this? This is the wand. It's a masculine, sorry, feminine, right? The wand is feminine. So it is which case? Dative. So we already know the will change to what in dative? Der, right? So now let us make the sentence for this. And this is the picture, das Bild. Das Bild. And this is subject, so always it will be in nominative. Always. Don't worry about this case. It is always in nominative. Das Bild. And I'm telling hangs. So I will say hanged. An, it is not a horizontal, so don't use auf. It is vertical, so always use an. And then an der Wand. An der Wand. If someone says an die Wand, it is wrong because it is a location. You are not moving. Let me see if someone has any doubt so far. If no one has any doubt, then let us take another example. Okay, little bit different. I will take I hang the picture on the wall. Now the situation is different. Is there a movement of the picture? What is the object? Picture. Is this moving? Of course it's moving. It is hang only, but it is not already hanging. I am the person who has the picture in his hand. He is going and telling, okay, I will put hammer and hang it. So there's a movement, of course. And when there's a movement, this is on, right? But Wechselpräposition. So accusative or dative, it fluctuates between both. Right? This time it will be what? Because there's a movement, so this will be accusative. And the wand in accusative will be, there's no change in accusative for this, right? Only what changes? Masculine changes. There to 10. The wand in accusative is also the wand. Let us make the sentence. Okay. So I will say is hanger something. Okay. Das Bild. What I'm hanging? The picture. This is also accusative. This is also accusative, but this das is das only in accusative, right? It will not change. Is hanger das Bild on the wand? I'm not telling on der Wand. If I say on der Wand, it is wrong. I hope this concept is clear to everyone. Okay. Is there anyone who has doubt in this? Please feel free to ask at this stage. Okay. All right. So I'm telling now another example for an. Okay. This is used in various sense. Okay. Now we will take 2-3 example and then we will move. Okay. So I'm saying I'm standing at the bus stop, for example. Okay. So at also this is used. Okay. Whenever something is there. So for example, this is bus stop. This is, and you are standing here nearby. Okay. Just touching the bus stop. You use this at. Okay. An. Okay. So now how to make the sentence? He's moving somewhere. He's just standing. So he's telling his location. He's not moving. So what should be this un what should be the accusative or dative? It should be dative. So thus the bus stop is called die Bushaltestelle. Okay. So this is the in nominative. So this is what the will change here because of what? This is location. So the will become der. Okay. So now how to make sentence? Let us see. So I will say is I stand. I stand. Stand is stehen. Okay. So is stehe. Okay. Is stehe. And on the what? Bus stop. So on der Bushaltestelle. Okay. Something like this. Okay. Bushaltestelle. Yeah. So this is not on die Bushaltestelle. This is not what? This is not accusative. This is dative. Why? Because he's telling his position. Where is this person? He's standing on the bus stop. So this D, this preposition is dative preposition in this case. Okay, so this D will change to der. Okay, we have seen already. Let me see if anyone has pinged anything. All right, so I see no one has pinged anything. Looks good so far. Okay. And guys, if any one of you are feeling anything like if you don't get, please feel free to put in the chat because I'm trying to give as many examples as possible. Okay. All right. Let us move to next one. All right. So this if you take care, okay, then there's no problem understanding. Okay. If you understand the location or movement, you are done with Wechselpräposition. Now let us take another one. Unter. Unter. This is used for case like under, okay, under or beneath, okay, below something, okay, below something. Now let us take example, okay, because this is also whatever we are learning, it is just covering two things, location or movement. That's why under is what? It is also telling a location, right? For example, if I say the dog sleeps under the table, for example, okay. So what is the preposition? This is the preposition. What is the article following this? D. Der. This is deatis, right? Deatis in nominative. So now, what is the position for this dog? This is table, and the dog is sleeping inside the table. Okay, sleeping inside the dog here. So he's telling its position, right? It is not a movement. So what should be this? Dative, right? So der Tisch will become here dem Tisch. Yeah. So what should be the sentence? Der Hund schläft. Schlafen will become schläft unter dem Tisch. Is there any doubt in this sentence? Anyone? Can you confirm that you are getting everything? People on the call also can confirm that you are getting it. All right. So looks like you are getting it. Let's move to next example. All right. So if I have to tell, okay, if I have to say, take another example for this one. We sit under a tree. This is tree, okay, and someone is sitting here, okay, under the tree, okay, and this is what? Der Baum, okay, the tree is der Baum, ein Baum, and this is a position, right? If you are sleeping inside, then there will be no change. It will be dative. But if you are going to the tree and then sitting, for example, here, you are here and then you are going to this, then it is a movement, right? So how we'll make the sentence? We will say, wir setzen uns unter what? Einen Baum. This is ein Baum in accusative. This is in accusative because we are going from here and sitting under the tree, right? So we will say wir setzen uns. If I say we are sitting already, then this will be unter einem Baum. This will become einem Baum. This ein will change to, and this will become Jitzen, not Jetson. Jetson means there's a movement. He is going from here and then sitting. This is Jetson. But when you are sitting somewhere already, then this is Jitson. Okay, this is the difference between these two. Jetson means there's a movement. Jetson means you're at the same place. I hope this is very clear to every one of you. Let me see if someone has pinged something. All right, no one has pinged anything. Let me move quickly to next one. Okay, so now let us take one example and quickly cover it. Okay, so now let us take another one. Let me select this. Okay, this is über. Yeah, this is über. Okay, so this is used for above. This is also location, right? For example, if I say the lamp, someone is paying time again? No, right? If I say that the lamp hangs above the table, the lamp hangs above the table. So this is table and there's a lamp. From the roof it is hanging, okay? From roof, just above. This is Dativ, right? And because of above, this is a location of the lamp. Is the lamp moving? No, it is just hanging, right? So there's no movement in that. This is location. So what will be the sentence? Die Lampe. This is die Lampe hängt über. And this is which case? Dative or nominative or accusative? This is dative, right? Because it's the location. So I will say über der Tisch will change to dem. Dem Tisch. I hope this is very clear to everyone. I'm just seeing meanwhile anyone has put anything in the chat. No, right? Now let us make another example. Take another example, okay? Let us take another example for movement. If I say I hang the lamp above the table. So I had the lamp in my hand. I'm fixing it to the roof. Okay, this is the table. I'm going here, and the roof. I'm taking this lamp and fixing. So there's a movement in the lamp, right? Right. So this above is because of movement. So this will be accusative. This is deities will change to here dentis. This is the concept behind this. So what will be the sentence? It will happen is hanger die Lampe. Die Lampe will remain die Lampe in accusative here and here also. We will see die Lampe and über dentis. Über dentis, not dem. Dem will be wrong here. Dem will be, it is not dative. This is accusative. Let me see if anyone has any doubt so far. No one has pinged anything, like no one has any doubt so far. So I assume that you have understood this part. Let us move to next one. And this is very, very important, okay? So whatever we are learning in the next class, we will discuss about describing the picture. So everything, whatever we are learning will be helpful. So concentrate very intelligently to everything that I'm saying. It may look very easy when you hear, but when you make sentence, you will get trapped, okay? So now let us take another one. This is used for in front of situation, in front of or ahead of something, right? And this is also, this will also change because of location, location and movement. Location when it will be, then it is dative, and when it movement is there, then it is accusative, right? This is dative for location, and there's a movement, then accusative. Now let us take one example, okay? Let us take one example. Let me select a different pen quickly to help you understand better. So now if I say the car, the car, the car is parked in front of, in front of the house, for example. Okay. So the car is parked in front of house. Okay. Or you can take I am waiting, waiting in front of, in front of the house. Anything. These two sentences. Okay. So now what is happening? This person is there and this is house. He is here in front of the house. Is there any movement here? He's just standing here or waiting, right? So there's no movement. So location, and location means dative. So whatever is there after this, this article is in dative case. This article is in dative case. We will now see. And this house is what? The house. In nominative is what? Das house. In nominative. So this das will change. This das will change to what? Dative because of location. This das changes to them. Them house. Now let us see the sentence. Okay. So let us make this sentence. I am waiting. So what will happen is water is water, warten is water, and in front is what? For. Is water, for, and them house. So I'm saying I'm waiting in front of the house. Okay, any doubt is there? Let us take another example quickly for this one, and then we will move further. Okay, let us take another example for this one. Meanwhile, I'm checking. So let us see here. He parks a car in front of the house. This is in front only. Same preposition, for. But this is thus house, right? In nominative, right? So what will be the case for this here? Is there a movement of the car? Yes. He's parking the car, right? The car was not in front of the house. The car was not in front of the house before. Now he's parking. So there's a movement, right? So this thus will be in accusative case. So nominative thus house will change to das house only in accusative. So how we will make a parked what? Ein Auto or das Auto. He parks the car because he knows his car. So er parked das Auto. Er parked das Auto. Till here there is no doubt, right? He parks the car. Er parked das Auto. Where he's parking the car? In front of the house. So for das house. This is not them house. This is not changing to them house because the car was not here. He is parking the car in front of the house. So there's a movement, clear movement. This is not location. It is a movement. I hope this part is very clear to every one of you. Let me see if anyone has put something and they have not understood. Meanwhile, I'm just dragging down. You can put in the chat if you have not understood. All right. So now let us take one easy example. This is a table. Okay. This is a table and a cat. Oh, sorry about this motion. Let me here. The cat is here. Okay. The cat is just standing in front of the table. The cat stands, or the person you can also take. The cat stands in front of the table. This is their this, right? In nominative, right? And the cat is standing here. So is there movement in the cat? No. This is fixed distance, right? Fixed distance. So this is location. This in front of for is for location. So their this will become dative, right? Always remember this. So their this will become them this. For them this. So how the sentence will be? The Katsa state stand is to stand and state. The Katsa state for them this. I hope this part is also very, very clear because if you control this, whatever we are learning, then I'm telling you guarantee that A2 will be much easier. Even B1 will become very, very easy for you because many people commit these mistakes. They don't understand the difference. Okay. So now let us take another because we have now 12 minutes left. So there are two more this preposition to cover. 2, 3. We will cover it quickly. Okay. And this is very simple. Okay. Hinter. This is like the background. Okay. Hintergrund, right? Background or back or behind. You can say behind. Yeah. So for example, this is also telling you the location, right? So I will tell the garden is behind the house. Simple sentence we are taking. This is the house. This is the house. Okay. And here there's a garden, right? Behind the house. You are here and there's a garden behind this. So what is this happening to the garden? Is the garden moving? No. It is a location of the garden. So whenever there's a location, so behind the house, this is hinter das house or what? We will see here. Das house will change here because it is location. Das house will change to dative, right? because this is location. So what we will say, the garden is what? Der Garten. Der Garten. We will say liegt, or you can say ist. Okay, liegen is to like location you are saying. Okay, ist hinter dem Haus. Hinter dem Haus. This is the house, and this is behind this house. So hinter das house will change to dem house. Why? Because this is location of the garden. Is there any doubt so far in anyone's mind? Okay, because this is very very helpful if you understand this. Okay, you can feel free to put in the chat if you get any doubt so far. Okay, if you have got any doubt. Okay, so now let us say something like this: we walk or we go behind the house. This is the house. We are going behind the house. So how we will say this? This is das house. Das house. But we people are going. So there's a clear movement of we, right? So we will say wir gehen behind, right? What is happening? Behind. Hinter. Hinter. And das Haus or them house, which is correct here. We are going behind the house, right? So these things, if you understand properly, right, then your life is very easy. Okay, this is correct. Okay, take one more example and then it will be very very clear to all of you. Okay, let us move to one more example. Okay, so I'm saying the cat. Someone is saying something? No, right? Runs behind the door. This is the door is the Tür. The Tür. Okay. So the cat is running already, right? Behind the door, somewhere to somewhere. So this is a movement, right? Running. So this die Tür will be in accusative because of running, right? So in accusative, the will remain the, right? The Tür. So I will say die Katze, laufen is to run, right? Läuft. This we have learned several times in A1, okay, how to do conjugation. If you have not watched those videos, how to do, I have done conjugation for 200 verbs. You can watch those and life will be easy. So hinter the Tür. All right. Now, if you have understood this, let me give you one question quickly. If I say the cat sleeps behind the door. So this detour is in which case this time? Because of behind, what is the case for this? This is in dative or in accusative? That is your question that you should think. The cat is all, this is the door and the cat is peacefully sleeping. Is the cat moving? No, the distance is constant, right? It's just here, right? So this is dative, right? It is location of the cat. So I will say hinter, D will change this time, right? The in dative changes to what? There. We have seen the table already on the top. If you have doubt, you see here. D will change to there. Let me show you. You see? D changes to there. Yeah. D changes to there. I hope this part is very clear. You see? Feminine, right? D in nominative changes in dative to there. So now, let me come down here. Give me a second. One second, let me pull this guy. It is giving me trouble to pull. All right, all right. So now let me come here and pull it here. All right. Okay, so this part is clear to everyone, right? Anyone has any doubt so far? I said the cat sleeps behind the door. So this detour will become what? Their hinter, hinter, this is behind. Hinter, D will change to dative, their tour. Rest is same. You will say the katsa, the cat sleeps. You will say the katsa slept, slept hinter der Tür. I'm telling you, this is such a brilliant stuff. If you understand, life will be much easier. If you are at A1 and A2 and you are able to do it correctly, then in the exam they will be impressed that you are understanding the properly. All right. Now let us move to, I think, the last one. Okay, last pre-last two more are there. We will take one example each, and then we will cover it. Okay, because we don't have much time left now. So now next one is neben. This is neben, or this is used for next to or beside. Okay, so I will say I am sitting, I am sitting, I am sitting next to my brother. Okay, so in dative, what is this? Mein Bruder, right? Mein Bruder. Der becomes what? Dem. Ein becomes what? In dative, einem, right? This you already know. So I'm sitting here. Am I changing anything? I'm just sitting already. So there's no change in the place, right? This person is there, my brother, and I'm sitting here on the chair, right? So this is in dative, right? This is in dative. Next is what? Neben. So I will make sentence is jitsa neben. Till here there is no doubt. Next, right? My Bruder, mine. Let us see what happens to mine. Mein Bruder. This was in nominative, right? But this is which case? Dative case, not accusative, right? So mine will change to meinem. We have already seen. There becomes dem. Mine will become to meinem, right? So I will say is jetsa neben meinem Bruder. So it means we are taking, we are enjoying coffee or something and sitting together. All right. All right. Meanwhile, I'm checking anyone has any doubt so far. All right. So no one is having any doubt. Okay. No one has any doubt. Someone has pinged because there's no movement. Yeah, I see this comment. Yeah, so this is correct. If there's no movement, okay, it is a location, right? Then it is dative. When there's a movement, then it is accusative. You can take any example and then you can ask me. Last one for today is zwischen. Zwischen. This zwischen is used for in between. Suppose something is there and you are in between. Okay, in between. Yeah. So this is what is used for in between. And to describe a picture, these whatever we have learned today will be of huge importance. Okay, let us take one example. I will say the book lies, or I will say the book lies the between two almiras, or between uh, uh, almiras, or between you can say pillows, for example. Yeah, between pillows. What is this? Anyone knows? Pillows, kissen, right? Let us take simple example. I will say the cafe lies, or the cafe is or lies between cinema and bank. This is das Kino, das Kino, and this is what? The bank in nominative, right? And between that, a cafe is there, right? Let us take this example. So here, the cafe is what? Lying here. The cafe means here, permanent location. It is not moving from here, right? It is fixed distance, right? From both, right? So location. So what will be for location? This between zwischen, this zwischen will be in which case? No, accusative or dative? It will be in dative, right? We have seen enough example now. So whenever it is a location, it is always in dative case. Is in dative case. Let us make this sentence. Okay. I will say das Café, das Café, yeah. Das, this is not cafe, you write it differently. Yeah. So I hope this is clear. Das Café liegt, lies between, right? I will say zwischen, and das Kino. Das will change to what? In dative, das will change to dem. Zwischen dem Kino und, you can say, zwischen dem Kino und der Bank. Is that clear? Is that clear? Here you have to use und. This debunk change to der. I'm just checking anyone has any doubt in this one. Anyone has any doubt? Okay, let us take last example for this. I will say simple example, let us take. I sit between my friends. This is simple example, right? Let us take this example and conclude the topic. Suppose here my friend is there, here is one my friend, and I am here sitting, right? I'm sitting between my friends. So is there any movement from here? Already sitting here. We are talking continuously, right? So there's no movement. If I'm talking in that sense, then this is in which case? It is in dative. So let me tell you the sentence. Is Jitsa what? Zwischen this meine Freunde. This is what? My friends in plural, right? In plural, what it happens? Meine Freunde. But in dative, what will happen? There changes to den, right? In dative. And with noun, you have to add extra n in plural. Many friends are there. So it is den, meinen. I will say meinen, and here Freunden. Yeah, Freunden. Ist Jitsa zwischen meinen Freunden? Okay. Is there any doubt in this one? But now, suppose I was not here. There was a table here, and then there's a chair, and I'm here, I am coming here and sitting. Then this is not Jitsen, this is Jetson. Okay, you are coming here and putting yourself on the chair. So now what will be the sentence? There's a movement in this case, right? Jetson is always Jetson Jis. Okay, Jis Jetson. And this is simply Jetson. See here the difference. Both means sitting or getting inside the chair. All right. So I will say here is Jetsa miss. Jetsa miss. So obviously there's a movement, right? There's a movement, right? So now this zwischen is Jetsa miss zwischen. Here meine Freunde. This was in 1 second, meine Freunde. In Akkusativ also this will be meine Freunde only, right? So you will say meine Freunde. I hope this is very, very clear to every one of you who is there in this class. This is very, very important to understand. Yeah, that if there's a movement, you are sitting after changing a place, right? You are sitting here on the chair. So this meine is in accusative, not in dative. On the top, it was in dative, plural. This was dative, plural. I hope this is very clear, and I have already told you on the top, if you go, you see how it changes, okay? I told you what? And will be there with nomen, and this is den in plural. There will change to, means whatever it is plural den plus n. I hope this part is very, very clear. If anyone has doubt, you can ask in the chat and I will explain you that particular example. Last example, and that will be done. Okay? I'm just waiting for any question in the chat. No question. So I hope everything is clear till now. I give you 30 more seconds. You can ask in the chat and I will be glad to answer your question here. I hope everyone has understood everything because we have seen several examples. So today marks the end of the preposition. Yeah, we have seen several examples. But now in the next class, we will see how to describe a picture. What we will see? Describe a picture. Okay, using these preposition, which is part of the exam. And what next we will see in the test, we will confuse you. Okay, I will confuse you which one is correct. Okay, and that is going to be the most important of all classes till now. For example, let me tell you what we will discuss. I will say, I push the table to the window. Okay, I push the table to the window. Okay, das Fenster, das Fenster. So this two is here, so should I use, or I should use, or what I should use, and what should be the case. So here comes the trick. So when now, because you have learned all the prepositions, so now you will get confused that which is correct. Should I use su? Should I use auf? Should I use un? Which one is the correct one? For example, if I give you one example, I stay with my friends. We have already seen several examples, right? So should I use here mit? Should I use here by? So what all we should use? This is just one example I'm telling. So we will take several example and understand. Okay. So I see someone has put something. Okay. So here, yeah, so we will take all these examples and confuse you or clear your doubts. So for example, someone has put here like how to understand that. Let me explain this again. So here in this case, if I say I stay with my friends, right? So if you mean that you are going to their house, okay, and you are staying for a day or two or something, right? Then you will see use by. But when you are sharing a room, okay, when you are sharing a room, then you will use meet. So these are tricky situations that you have to understand, and both are in dative case always. This is always in dative. We have seen this. This is not dual. Okay. So here I will say is wanna meet dear. Or if I say is wanna by dear, by dear. So what is the difference between these things? That is the trick. Okay. If you understand this, then you will go to level B1. Or you are up A2 plus. Okay. And we will see all those examples, but in the next class, for example, I will give you one picture. Okay. And cat is there or something is there. Cat. Okay. And I will tell you to explain this picture using all the preposition that we have learned. So we will say, of them tis, of them build, and so on and so forth. All right. Thanks for your time. If you have got any doubts so far, please put in the video letter, comment it, and I will be, glad to answer your question if I have not understood your question properly, because I keep looking at here. Okay. So we'll meet in the next class, and going forward, all the classes will be very, very important, because every single day we are going to add new stuff. And preposition is the most important of all topics, according to me, because if you know tense, and you know preposition, you can form sentences in German without problem. Maybe it will not be so elegant, but you will manage with tense and preposition. You will pass for sure, and you will be able to express yourself. Okay. If you take one last example, if I say I go to the cinema, and when I am back, I take rest. This looks very big sentence, right? But this is very simple. What you have to do? Break it. Break. I go to the cinema. When I am back, break it. I take rest. So these things we have learned in A1 and A2. I go to the cinema. When I am back, I take rest. So now you will be able to make big sentence because of all this, right? Whatever we have learned. Thanks for your time again, and we will meet again next week, and wish you